Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sallallahu ala habibihi Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I'm Miss Safia Batool, Subject Specialist Pakistan Studies at Divisional Public School and Inter College Sahiwal. I welcome you all to the DPS online classes, hoping for you to be in the best of your health and spirits. Geography Class 8, Chapter 3, Oceans and Seas. Topic: Differentiation between waves, tides and ocean currents. Objective of our today's lesson. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to differentiate between waves, tides and ocean currents on the basis of formation, movement and causes. Dear students, before we move on to our today's lesson, let's review our previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we have learnt that when the ocean water moves permanently in a specific direction, it is called ocean currents. On the basis of the temperature, the ocean currents have been divided into cold currents and warm currents. A large current forming by joining of two currents is called drift. And the causes of currents circulation are permanent winds, temperature of the ocean water, and the salinity of ocean water. Dear students, we know that ocean is a complex system and it is never at rest. There are different types of movements of ocean water under the influence of different physical characteristics like the temperature, the salinity and the density, etc. Movements of ocean water are also affected by external forces like the sun, the moon and the wind. And the major movements of ocean water are broadly categorized into three: the waves, the tides and the ocean currents. We have learnt about these movements in a comprehensive way, so in today's lesson we shall discuss that how are these three major movements different from each other. Let's start our today's lesson with the definition of waves, tides and ocean currents. The movement of the surface water of the ocean is called wave. The ocean water moves up and down, back and forth, but displacement of the water does not occur, as it is the energy which passes through the water and moves horizontally in form of a wave. Let's turn to the tides. The regular rise and fall of the ocean water is known as tides. We can observe this phenomena more clearly along the coasts, where the water slowly rises up over the shore and then slowly falls back. Let's turn to the ocean currents. When the ocean water moves permanently in a specific direction, it is called ocean currents. Rivers flow on the land. Similarly, ocean currents flow like rivers through the oceans. Dear students, let's look at the way the waves, the tides and ocean currents are formed. Let's start with the formation of waves. The main source of generating waves is wind. Waves are formed due to the energy generated through friction between the wind and the ocean water surface. Wind moves the ocean water surface up and gravity pulls the water down. This falling water pushes the water below it upward, and again a new position is formed here. The gravity pulls the water down, and this process goes on over and over again. In this way, the energy travels through the surface of the ocean water in form of a wave. Let's turn to the formation of tides. The basic cause of tides is the gravitation of moon. We know that Earth rotates around the sun and the moon rotates around the earth. Sun as compared to the moon is more distant from the earth, so the effect of moon's gravitation on earth is more than sun's gravitation. So here the gravitational attraction of the moon causes the ocean water to bulge out in direction of the moon. At the same time, another bulge is created on the opposite side of the earth due to the centrifugal force. So high tides are formed on these two sides of the earth, and these two sides, which are at right angle to the moon, low tides are formed. There are 2 periods of high tides and 2 periods of low tides every day. Tides are further categorized into spring tides and neap tides. Neap tides are especially the strong tides which occur when sun, moon and earth are in a line. Neap tides are especially the weak tides which occur when sun and moon are perpendicular to each other with reference to the earth. Let's turn to the formation of currents. On basis of the temperature, the ocean currents have been divided into warm currents and cold currents. Warm currents flow from equator towards polar areas, while the cold currents flow from equator towards equatorial regions. Dear students, we know that temperature at the equator is more than that of the polar areas. So the water in oceans near the equator is warm and lighter and move towards the polar areas, where it freezes and become heavier and denser. Ocean water is salty, so this cold, denser and saltier water sinks downward towards the equator, where on warming up it rises to the surface again and moves towards the polar areas. In this way, the warm and cold currents are formed. Dear students, we know that Earth rotates on its axis from west to east, and the spinning of the Earth deflects or diverts the circulating wind to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere in curved paths. So the ocean currents derived by these prevailing winds move clockwise in the northern hemisphere and anti-clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Dear students, let's differentiate among the type of movement that occurs in waves, tides and ocean currents. Wave is a horizontal kind of movement in which energy passes through the ocean water in form of a wave. The vertical movement of ocean water refers to the tides. Currents are primarily horizontal water movement in which rivers of water flow through the oceans. Let's compare the factors behind generating waves, tides and ocean currents. The main source of generating waves is wind. Wind storms like the cyclones and tornadoes, earthquake and volcanic eruption near the coastal areas or beneath the ocean floor are also responsible for generating waves. The moon's gravitational pull to a greater extent and to a lesser extent the sun's gravitational pull are the major causes for occurrence of tides. Currents are influenced by the factors such as the wind, difference of temperature, the salinity, and the density of the ocean water. Dear students, in a number of ways, waves, tides, and ocean currents are important for us. Wave plays a significant role in weather forecasting. By study of the waves, weather extremes such as heavy rain or storms can be predicted before time. Moreover, when the energy in form of a wave reaches the shore, it erodes the rocks and shapes the coastline. Many more fish come closer to the shore during high tide, and this helps fishermen to get a plentiful catch. The rise and fall of the ocean water due to the tides is being used to generate electricity. The warm currents bring warm water to the polar areas, and cold currents bring cold water to the equatorial regions. In this way, currents influence the temperature of the areas and help to maintain balance of climate. The area where cold and warm currents meet, it provides the best fishing grounds of the world. Dear students, let's recapitulate our today's lesson through this activity. In this activity, 6 questions are given here, and for each question, the correct answer is given in this box. What you need to do is to read the question carefully and then find out the correct answer from this box. Let's start our today's activity with this first question, that is, which is the large stream of water flowing through the oceans? I'm repeating, which is the large stream of water flowing through the oceans? Yes, the correct answer is currents. Let's move towards the second question, that is, which is caused by gravitational pull between the earth, sun and moon? Just think about this question, which is caused by gravitational pull between the earth, sun and moon. Yes, the correct answer is tides. Let's turn to the third question, that is, which is formed as energy is transferred from the wind through the water? I'm repeating, which is formed as energy is transferred from the wind through the water? Yes, the correct answer is wave. Let's turn to the fourth question, that is, in which direction the currents move in northern hemisphere? Just think about this question. In which direction the currents move in northern hemisphere? Yes, the correct answer is clockwise. Let's turn to the fifth question, that is, what is basic cause of tides? What is basic cause of tides? Yes, the correct answer is gravitation of moon. Let's turn to our last question, that is, which is the main source of generating waves? Just think about this question. Which is the main source of generating waves? Yes, the main source of generating waves is wind. Well done everyone. You have done a great job today. It's a time for home assignment, and your home assignment is to read the page 26 to 29 from your geography book carefully and solve these multiple choice questions. Also note down these multiple choice questions on your notebooks. Dear students, I hope you have learned some meaningful content today. See you soon, inshallah. Take great care of yourself. May Allah bless us all. Ameen. Have a good day. Allah Hafiz.